What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames and I'm bringing to you guys the deck profile on Salamangreat, because as you can see, thanks to the July 1st 2021 ban list, we got Mirage Stalio back to 1, which is great for the deck, but also bad for the deck, as you will see why as I get to the deck profile. So, just a quick mention that this profile's main deck is constructed and pretty much 99.9% of the extra deck is constructed on a budget, because I feel like that's what Salamangreat thrives the best, is that it is the best all-around budget deck, which has a main focused constructed skeleton, which I'm going to present to you today. And then you can personalize it with your own tweaks and texts and gimmicks and strategies, and then build your Salamangreat deck around it, because the Salamangreat engine is very small. It's like literally, I want to say like 20 cards in the main deck is the Salamangreat strategy, and then like the rest half of the deck is then completely what you want. Do you want to play more hand traps? Do you want to play more back row? Do you want to play like board wiping cards? Do you want to play another supplementary engine to go along with it, like code talkers or ignisters or things like that? It's then completely up to you. The extra deck is when it gets very tight for the Salamangreat engine, because you need to play like 2s and 3s of a lot of the salad links. So that's something you personally have to then tweak on. The one pricey card in the extra deck is at the end, and I'll explain budget alternatives for that as well, if you still need to stick to that very tight budget. But yes, this Salamangreat will hopefully help all of you guys, whether you're a salad pro or salad noob, and give you a skeleton to base your deck around. So, before I get into that, if you enjoyed it, give a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy a person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that is greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So, with all that said and done, let's get into this salad deck profile post July 1st ban list. We have the one Gazelle. I've seen a lot of people say that they wished Gazelle came back, and I feel like no, Gazelle is perfectly good at 1. Gazelle doesn't need to leave the 1 slot, the limit stage. We just need more circles. It just bumps circle up to 2 and 3, and then the deck would be fine. Keep Gazelle at 1. Gazelle is fine at 1. We have a lot of ways to get to Gazelle now, thanks to Mirage Stalio, and it's all helped to Spinny. Spinny is just great, helping you to go into those link plays and now rank 3 plays in terms of Mirage Stalio. Continuing on, we have 3 Foxy. Foxy is your consistency, it's your recovery, it is your extender. Like, Foxy does a lot for the deck. Jaguar. This card's fantastic, being able to shuffle cards back into your deck and extra deck, being able to just revive itself constantly. Jag does a lot for the deck, and he's just such a good card. The other started monsters we're playing is the one Falco, and I like to play one Mole. He's just here for a nice free extender if your plays get stopped and disrupted, but is also a nice pot of avarice in the graveyard, being able to shuffle 5 salad cards and then draw 2, which is just a fantastic card. I do really like Mole. The honorary salad card, thanks to Playmaker, is Flame Buffalo. It's just a good normal summon, link off, draw 2, ditch 1. Like, Flame Buffalo sets up a lot and adds a lot of consistency to the deck. I prefer this over Lady Debug, just because the Flame Buffalo, to me personally, just does a lot better. And it being level 3 now, is great for your Mirage Stalio. For the hand traps is the, pretty much standard staple of 3 Ash Blossom, and I just gone with 2 Effect Veiler. I've seen a lot of people playing Effect Veiler nowadays over things like Imperm, which is very interesting. So I've just gone with the 2 Veilers. You can bump Veiler to 3, you can take Veiler out completely. I've gone for like a smaller hand trap lineup and a more back row focused form of the deck, and so I feel like 2 Veiler is just really nice. But this can be anything you want depending on what your budget is and what you personally own. Moving on to spells. For the salad spells, we're playing the 1 Sanctuary, which is pretty much self-explanatory. I only gone for 2 will. I've seen people bounce around between 1, 2s and 3s. I just gone for the 2 will, just because I personally play Monster Reborn over the 3rd will, just because Monster Reborn is a lot more versatile in forms of what it can do. The 1 circle, as I said, we just need this now in 2s and 3s, and then the deck would just be perfect. The 3 Silent Mining to go along with the circle, just to search out everything in your deck. The 2 Pot of Desires. Thanks to Mirage Style, you don't have to worry about banishing your 1 Gazelle, because you can now just tutor out the Gazelle straight away, and then you can go into your Desires and try and dig through your deck for the additional back row stuff and disruption cards that you need. So it's great now. It's actually a good viable consistency card. I see people play it anyway, but now you don't have to have that mindset of like, I don't care about the Gazelle. You can now say, oh, I'll get the Gazelle first and then go off with the Desires and things like that. There's a lot more mind options now you can do with Desires. 1 Reborn and the 1 Cool Valor to round up the spells. For traps, I personally play 3 of each of the salad traps in the main deck, which is 3 Wars and 3 Rage. Just because these are arguably the best ones, because you can use them multiple times in the deck, which is just fantastic. You can reshuffle them and recuperate them. And by playing 3s of them, you don't have to worry about needing to search them and get to them, because you should just naturally get to them anyways. But then going to games 2 and 3, these can be taken out. The ratios to this can then be taken out for more like matched focused cards. So this is what I personally like to do. And then the 3 strikes, just to round out. This is an all around good versatile counter trap, like any special summon, monster effect. Just pay 15 life, get rid of it, and stop it. That's why I like Strike. You can play Imperms if you want. You can play Torrentials if you feel like you need a more board clearance card. But this is what I personally chosen for this particular build. Moving on to the extra, the 1 Mirage Stalio. Thank you, Konami, giving us this back. This card's perfect at 1. You shouldn't be playing more of it, in all honesty. But it's just great to now have the Mirage Stalio here in the game. We can actually start enjoying it once again. We just need the rank 4 that the Stalio hasn't given us yet. 3 Baby Links, gotta play 3 Baby Links, or at least 2. 3 Sunlight Wolf, you've got to play 3 or at least 2. And then the 2 Heat Leo, just to clear off that back row and reduce opponent's monster's attack. Now, I've personally gone for Pyro Phoenix, because this is what I was saying earlier. Having Mirage Stalio back is both a blessing and a curse, because Mirage Stalio, yes, helps the salad part of the deck so much. It hinders the rest of it, because if I recall, you cannot activate anything else this turn except fire monsters. So your best board clearance naturally, if you have the budget, being Access Code Talker and Trance Code Talker, you can't do those. So I wanted to have something in Archetype that can help clear off boards and do the damage. And Pyro Phoenix fits that role perfectly, while also being in the Salamangreat deck and on a budget, because it had the Ultra reprint. So this is what I've personally gone for this particular build. You don't have to do this. You can put in whatever you want. If you feel like you're not going to be going to Mirage Stalio that often, then cool, you don't have to worry about that hindrance. But I wanted to try and get the best of everything, and so being able to quote unquote rely on Mirage Stalio means I have to now deal with that limitation of only being able to use fires. So I've gone for the Pyro Phoenix to help you go second, clear off the boards while being locked under the fire attribute. The 1 Nightmare Phoenix, just another fire that you can use to clear off back row. 1 Update Jam and Transcode Talker for that budget OTK if you're not under the fire. And then obviously, if you have the budget, if you are, and you do own it, Access Code Talker is pretty much self-explanatory, standard if you have the card. This is the 0.1% of the deck that isn't budget. But if you are strict on that budget, you want to just get the budget build now and then upgrade it as you go, like wait for the access code reprint. Play things like Mech Knight Crusader Avromex or Topologic Zeroboros. Those are both Cyberus Link Forwards, very strong monsters that can either help clear boards or establish a big walking towers in the forms of Mech Knight. That while you're locked under the Cyberus typing is all fine. You don't have to play Access Code Talker, especially if you are playing Pyrophoenix, because he clears off the boards just as well. You don't have to. You can then get this card when you want to. But that, guys, is the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below how you are playing your Salamangreat deck. And I'd like to hear your thoughts and options and opinions as well. Bear in mind, again, this is constructed on a budget. Because, again, I feel like that's how you best... how Salamangreat's best trait is that it can be made on a budget. So I wanted to get the budget build for you guys. But is also... again, the perfect skeleton for you to establish it, change it, alter it, and make do with what you want with it. So that's how I've personally done this build, and that's how I've personally gone about it. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.